up! The CEO's flight has arrived!
Welcome back, Ms. Young.
It's been 7 years. Finally, I'm back. Today is a big day for Kyle. He'll be elected as one of the top scholars. I'm gonna get on the scooter he gave me back then. I'm gonna tell him that I'm Rosa Corp's CEO, who has been funding his studies, paving the way, and sacrificing everything for him. He'll surely be surprised.
Are you blind? Don't you know what car this is? If you scratch it, can you afford to pay?
You're the one who's blind. Move. Sorry, Ms. Young.
It's okay. By the way, have you done what I've told you to?
Miss Young, I've arranged a job at Foster Corp for your boyfriend, Mr. Jensen. Tonight, Foster Corp will hold a grand ceremony for Mr. Jensen to welcome him as a new employee. Elites from all over Osian will attend it. They want to meet Mr. Jensen, the youngest top scholar in days and a dual PhD holder.
That's great. I knew. He wouldn't disappoint me. Go and prepare 3 wedding gifts for me. Send them to the banquet tonight.
Got it.
Today is a good day. I'm proposing to him. I want to marry him.
Hi, I'll introduce myself. I'm Joe Foster, CEO of Foster Corp. I graduated from Stanford with an annual income of $10 billion. I own a villa in Lux. As you can see, this is my car.
What a coincidence. You're the CEO of Foster Corp?
Coincidence? Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Myla Young, a high school dropout. I've been working abroad. I don't own any house or car here. This is how I move around.
Your background is quite... You didn't finish high school and worked abroad. Was it illegal work?
You're right. I used to work illegally abroad, but
Forget it. I don't have time to listen to your story. I can make do with you. Let's go get married.
Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Get married? We're getting married?
Don't worry. While we're married, I'll pay you $30,000 monthly as agreed. After our divorce, 3 years later, I'll pay you $1 million. Let's go. Let's get married.
Wait. Mr. Foster, did you get the wrong person? I have a boyfriend. He'll be here soon.
Huh? Aren't you... Oh. I'm so sorry. I got the wrong person. Hello? What's wrong?
Mr. Foster, our oil and gas project was affected by foreign capital. We lost tens of billions in 30 minutes. What should we do now?
How is it possible? Rosa Corp's making a comeback in days. It's crucial for me to win the investment from Rosa Corp now. Making a loss now will give them bad impression first. Listen, sell our project at a low price to make up for the loss.
But you put in a lot of effort into this project all these years. It'd be a shame to sell it now.
I have high hopes for the project, but I can't wait any longer. I must win Rosa Corp's investment to get rid of my family's control. Tell everyone to sell it now.
Calm down, Mr. Foster. Though I can't marry you, I can help you this time. Based on the information I received, a war will break out in the world's largest oil-producing region in 5 minutes. Therefore, you shouldn't sell off your oil and gas project.
What are you talking about?
I just returned from abroad. I have some insider news. In 5 minutes... No, 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, there'll be a war involving the whole of Zania. Oil prices will skyrocket to an unimaginable value. Hence, the value of your project will be immeasurable.
What are you talking about? We have top-notch data collection and analysis teams from all over the world. How can you know stuff that can't be predicted even by the elites?
I have reliable sources. Let's wait for just a few more minutes, Mr. Foster. Please don't act rashly and regret it for the rest of your life. I gotta go. See you later. Oh, remember, it's just a few more minutes. Bye.
Who is she to teach me how to do things and tell me insider news? What a scammer.
Yeah.
Mr. Foster, who was the one talking nonsense just now? She's just one of those women who want to get your attention, isn't she? By the way, do you still want to sell the project off?
Of course. Actually, wait. It's just a few more minutes. I'd like to see what happens next. If nothing happens, I'll make you pay the price for fooling me.
Mrs. Jensen! Mrs. Jensen! It's been a long time.
Myla, you don't deserve to talk to me. I'm telling you, to break up with my son today.
Mrs. Jensen, what is this about?
Take this 1 million and leave my son. To be frank, my son has risen to the top now. How can someone like you marry into the Jensen family and become my daughter-in-law? You're not worthy of Kyle.
Am I not worthy?
That's right. Tonight is the signing ceremony for my son. Many elite from all over Osian are coming. You're just a high school dropout who worked abroad illegally. Do you think my son will take you to such a banquet?
Mrs. Jensen, do you know that the so-called banquet is arranged by me?
Myla, stop boasting. Why don't you say my son joined Foster Corp because of you?
Mrs. Jensen, you finally got it right. Foster Corp recruited Kyle because of me.
Enough!
Kyle, you're here.
Stop it, Myla. Stop talking nonsense.
Kyle, what are you saying?
At first, I wasn't planning to meet you today. But I can't stand all the nonsense you just said now. Look at you now. You look so poor. Do you know what kind of enterprise Foster Corp is? It's the top enterprise in Osian. Founded by the eldest son of the Foster family, Joe Foster. A person like you will never have anything to do with the Foster Corp. Got it? We've been together for 7 years. This is the best I can do. Take the check. Get lost.
Time's up. Sure enough, nothing's happened. I'm such a fool to believe a stranger's words. Hello.
Mr. Foster, what's the plan?
Sell off the,
Breaking news. A war just broke out in Zania, posing a huge global impact. Oil prices skyrocketed. Predictions are that oil and gas prices will remain high in the coming years.
How's it possible? How did you predict the future? Who are you?
Kyle, why are you treating me this way? Have you forgotten that I gave up studying in DIT in order to support your studies financially? I gave you all the money I earned from working abroad. I went through so much for you. But you're breaking up with me now?
You brought it upon yourself. My son didn't force you to sponsor him.
Myla, can you stop pestering me? The money you gave me was a drop in the ocean. I achieved all this with the help of a big shot.
Oh, I wonder what kind of person gave you that much support.
You seem eager to know. Let me tell you about it then. She is the pretty CEO of Rosa Corp. She rose to fame a few years ago. She founded the world's largest conglomerate. By acquiring numerous financial giants, she's a top entrepreneur of our time. She sponsored my studies and my research. She's the reason I managed to complete my studies. Wasn't you. Got it? She said she would attend the banquet today. I'll definitely thank her properly then. I must thank her wholeheartedly.
Oh, Kyle, I heard that the CEO of Rosa Corp is single and young. I wonder if she has a crush on you.
So, you thought the pretty CEO has a crush on you. That's why you broke up with me. Am I right?
Myla, if you really think so, I won't deny it. But I want you to know, she's the type of woman I admire. She's someone who's capable, independent, and able to work side by side with me. In contrast, you're so ignorant and incompetent.
Kyle, I didn't expect you to be so arrogant and cruel. Rest assured that I'll attend the banquet tonight. You will know the truth then. I hope you won't regret it.
Regret? Myla, why would I be regretful? Breaking up with you is the best decision I've ever made in my life.
The best decision. Fine. If this is what you want, consider this the end of us from now on.
Thank you.
Cut the act. Don't be so sure of yourself. Kyle, stop wasting your time on her. Tonight's banquet is extremely important to you. Let's go and choose the best suit for you. The pretty CEO will fall in love with you at first sight for sure.
You're right.
We've loved and accompanied each other for 7 years. All I get is a heartbreaking breakup. Kyle, I can't wait to meet you tonight and see how you react after knowing the truth.
I'm sorry. I heard parts of your conversation.
After all, I have done Foster Corp such a big favor. You shouldn't ridicule me like this.
I thought you're very capable. I wanted to meet you in person. It seems like you have heard some rumors. You got lucky and got away with it.
Even if it was pure luck, the rumors helped you after all.
Fine. I owe you one. How about I give you a chance to marry me and be my wife?
Huh? I just broke up, and you want to marry me now? This isn't love at first sight, is it?
Stop being so narcissistic. I just want to give you a hand. It's up to you whether you want to grab this chance or not. Attend tonight's banquet as Mrs. Foster and witness Kyle's reaction.
Interesting. Anyway, I'm single now. Moreover, you are handsome. Okay, let's do it. I promise to protect you as long as you're my husband.
You protect me. Do you know how much trouble I am in? How can you protect me as a woman?
I can settle any issues you encounter. Just be my husband, rest assured. I can help you solve all the troubles in your life. I have my standards. Not everyone can become my kept man.
Just take note. I'm not the same as your ex-boyfriend. You don't have to keep up appearances in front of me.
If I guessed it right, you really need the investment from Rosa Corp. Let me help you. All you have to do is to send Rosa Corp all the information on the oil and gas project. I can assure you that they'll make an investment worth at least $100 billion.
100 billion. Do you know how much is 100 billion? I'm confident that Rosa Corp would invest in our company. Anyway, I'm content with a $10 billion investment. Moreover, There must be more to this. This is fishy.
You have nothing to lose by sending them some information. Just give it a try.
Okay. I'll believe you for now.
Don't worry. You won't be disappointed.
Sort out all the information on the project. Send them to Rosa Corp. Hurry up. I took your advice. Let's go. Get married. Let's go to the banquet, Mrs. Foster.
Okay, Mr. Foster?
Something came up. Help yourself. I'll introduce you officially to the elites in Osian in 10 minutes.
Go on.
I've heard so much about the youngest top scholar in days. With a dual PhD, he's outstanding and talented. It's my pleasure to meet him in person. He's truly the creme de la creme.
Rumor has it that the CEO of Foster Corp, Mr. Foster, valued his talent and offered him an annual salary of $100 million. Impressive.
Mr. Foster has always been a snob. He normally doesn't attend any banquet, but he's here for the signing ceremony tonight. Mr. Jensen has a bright future.
Of course. Mr. Foster values Mr. Jensen so much, he will achieve great things in the future. Mr. Jensen, nice to meet you. Looking forward to your guidance.
It's my pleasure to be here today. Apart from Mr. Foster, another big shot is coming today. Myla? Excuse me for a moment. Myla, how did you sneak in?
Mr. Jensen, watch your words. I did not sneak in. I walked in. Openly.
Really? Foster Corp organized the banquet specially for my son. Those invited are elites in Osian. Who do you think you are? How could you walk in openly? Did you sneak in to pester my son?
Myla, I've made it very clear to you. There's nothing left between us. You keep pestering me. It'll only make me hate you even more. Got it?
Kyle, you're too full of yourself. The banquet is organized by Joe, isn't it? Even Joe hasn't forbid me from coming. Who do you think you are?
That's enough, Myla. You're just an ignorant, uneducated shrew. Can you stop talking nonsense? I am the youngest, top scholar in days who holds a dual PhD. You're just working class high school dropout. My power and status are beyond your grasp. Got it? An elite like me will be in the limelight no matter where I go. Even Mr. Foster organized the singing ceremony specially for me.
So, why can't I be here?
Of course you can't. Everyone here today is either top elites or business tycoons. Everyone's discussing about the trend and blueprint for future development in the business realm. Are you even qualified to view on these topics? You don't deserve to acquaint any of the attendants here. So, please don't try my patience. Take a hint and get out of here.
How dare you offend Mr. Jensen and Mrs. Jensen?
Miss White, you came just in time. We're holding the signing ceremony for my son at your family's hotel for the sake of our business relationship. But the security at your hotel is so incompetent. How could they let her in? She lowers the standard of the event.
A poor person like you can never attend a banquet like this. Don't worry, Mrs. Jensen. I'll sort this out. You bitch! You must have slept with someone to attend this event. Get out of here! Immediately!
Let me repeat myself. I walked in openly.
Huh? Openly? Where's your invitation card then?
Invitation card? Joe didn't mention anything about it when he brought me along.
Okay, fine, Myla. Do you even know who Joe is? He's the top entrepreneur in Osian. You're just a working class, high school dropout who just got dumped by me. Aren't you ashamed of yourself for being in such prejudiced event? You even tried to seek connections with the entrepreneur, Mr. Foster. You really have no shame at all, don't you think so?
How's everything?
Mr. Foster, despite utilizing over 10 connections and 30 confidential sources involving 137 nations, we still couldn't get any information on Miss Young.
What is the true identity of my make-do wife? Interesting. Who was she, actually?
I don't know, Mr. Foster. She's, too mysterious. Could she have other motives?
No matter who she was before, she's now my wife. Let's go to the banquet. I can't keep my wife waiting.
Really? I think Joe is an amiable person. Don't forget that. You haven't joined Foster Corp officially. Stop acting like a boss here. Do you really think you're so superior to others?
You bitch! Don't you get what Mr. Jensen means? He doesn't want you anymore. How dare you talk nonsense here? Do you know how outstanding Mr. Jensen is? He is the youngest top scholar in days. And also a dual PhD holder. He's truly one of a kind. He's also favored by Mr. Foster and has a bright future.
Oh, really? Does Joe really think so highly of him?
Of course. To show respect to Mr. Jensen, Foster Corp prepared a signing table made of grenadilla wood and a contract printed on cotton rag paper. Even the pen is a limited edition by DuPont. Oops. I forgot. With your education level, you've probably never heard of any of those items.
They are flashy but useless. As long as I want them, even Joe will have to deliver them to me personally. It's just that I never cared about such things.
How shameless. Do you know what I hate the most? It's people like you who have no money and power but pretend to have all the money in the world. You even expect Mr. Foster to deliver them in person? What a joke. Who do you think you are? You don't even deserve to mention his name.
Ms. White is right. She's just a shameless bitch. My son doesn't want her, so she starts to put on an act here, using Mr. Foster's name. When Mr. Foster comes later, he'll surely punish her.
Myla, don't beg me to save you when you get whatever you deserve later.
Get your hands off me! Kyle, you seem confident. Anyway, Joe will arrive soon. I'm not the one who will be embarrassed. It'll be you instead.
You bitch! You're so audacious. Do you know who Mr. Jensen is? I can only admire him from afar, but you won't stop insulting him. And you even call Mr. Foster by his name. You're looking for trouble. Let go of me, bitch!
Myla, are you out of your mind? How can you hit her? You're a shrew who uses violence to solve problems. You can't blame me for looking down on you. Let go of her.
You turned a blind eye when she hit me. When I fought back, you called me a shrew. So, do you really think you're so superior?
Are you okay?
Kyle, you're such a hypocrite.
That's enough, bitch. Stop causing a scene here. This hotel is owned by the Whites. This banquet is organized by Foster Corp, specially for my son. This isn't a place for a lowly person like you. There will be nothing wrong, even if Miss White beats you to death. If you fight back, though, you'll be the one at fault and deserve to die.
Like mother, like son. Both of you are really good at twisting the truth.
Shut up. If you still value your pride, you'd better leave right now. Stop polluting this high-end venue. Or else, all the elites who are waiting to celebrate with my son and to meet Mr. Foster will not let you off easily.
That's right. Mr. Foster will be here any time soon. If a bitch like you stays here, it will not be a pretty sight for Mr. Foster. Get lost.
Everyone here is wealthy and influential. Even the waiters serving the plate and the receptionists at the door are carefully selected to give the best service to Professor Jensen. Though you were once in a relationship with Professor Jensen, things have changed now. You should know your place. It's best you leave immediately. No, you should be dragged out.
She's so shameless to keep pestering Professor Jensen. Professor Jensen is too kind. He has never come down hard to you. You really think you're Professor Jensen's girlfriend? Anyways, Professor Jensen is successful and is favored by Mr. Foster. You're not worthy of him at all. Take my advice. Here's a $100 bill. And take a taxi home.
It seems that I think too highly of the top 3 elite families in Osian. All of you flatter Kyle in order to please Joe. No wonder. Joe became the top entrepreneur in just a few years. It's not because he's capable. It's because all of you are useless.
What are you talking about?
Watch your mouth. Myla, you know nothing. Mr. Foster's so successful. What's wrong for us to respect and admire him? You seem close with Mr. Foster. Once Mr. Foster arrives, I'm afraid that you'll have to beg him for mercy.
You're wrong. When Joe arrives, all of you have to beg him for mercy.
Myla, are you insane? I know being dumped by me is a bitter pill to swallow, but you can't talk nonsense and offend everyone here like a shrew. I'm sorry, I almost forget that. You are in fact a shrew. And a bitch.
You are so ignorant. At first, I planned to lead you to rise to the top gradually. It's a shame. You showed your true colors before securing your first job. So, you're destined not to have the chance to enjoy being the best in the industry alongside me.
Well, I've had enough of your nonsense. Huh? You're destined to struggle at the bottom of the labor market for the rest of your life. Who knows? You might even be a bar girl a few days later. Being at the top has nothing to do with you.
Just you wait and see. Soon you'll know the consequences of ending a relationship so casually.
Mr. Foster, we received a warning for investigating Myla. Several channels stopped their collaboration with us.
Interesting. Myla, I'm getting more and more interested in you. Let's go.
What do you mean?
Actually, I know you inside out. To put it nicely, you work illegally abroad. The truth is that you're a whore. Who knows what kind of diseases you have? You'll be a lowly person for the rest of your life. Dream on.
Kyle, you're more shameless than I thought. I started off low because of you. I slowly moved up the social ladder through my own efforts. Though you were born with a silver spoon, all you care about is money and status. So, you'll end up with nothing ultimately.
Shut up, Myla. I've had enough of your nonsense. Got it? Today is my big day. Get a hint and know your place. A useless bitch like you doesn't deserve to stand in front of me and talk to me.
Joe will be here soon. You will know my real identity then. Let's see whether you can still speak with such righteousness like you do now.
Stop stirring in trouble here, Myla. I know you didn't receive much education and are shallow. Can you bear the consequences of causing scene here at the banquet organized by Fosters?
Kyle, you're ridiculous. Let me tell you, I can bear any consequence that come my way.
What are you saying? I'm ridiculous? You're the ridiculous one. You know what? You can make a fuss here because I'm putting up with you. I can simply order security to slap the taste out of your mouth and then send you to the trash heap.
Are you threatening me? Kyle, we've gone through so much over the years. How can you say such things to me? I was really naive back then to give up everything for a man like you.
I'll give you one last chance. As long as you get out of here right now. I'll let you go, or else.
What?
As you know, today's a big day for me. Nobody can hinder and affect me if you insist on going your own way. I won't hold back for the sake of our past relationship.
Don't worry. I know my place and won't insist on going my own way. I'm here today to get back what I gave you before this.
I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all. Fearless.
You're not worthy of this.
Fearless.
Who do you think you are? You bitch! Are you insane?
You bitch! How dare you tear up my son's contract!
Security! Chase her out!
Since you're being stubborn, don't blame me for being cruel.
That's right! Miss White, get someone to beat her up, strip her down, and throw her out!
Didn't you hear what Mrs. Jensen just said? Get moving!
Stop there. What are you all doing?
Off in the basement, kid.